In 1988, the crime rate in the United States rises 400%. The once great city of New York becomes the one maximum security prison for the entire country. The United States police force, like an army, is encamped around the island. There are no guards inside the prison, only prisoners and the worlds they've made. The rules are simple. You don't come out once you go in. An incredible premise for the 1981 epic that is Escape from New York, starring a born-to-watch icon, Kurt Russell, as Snake Plissken, and directed by his boyfriend, John Carpenter. This was a movie we just had to review. Now, joining me on the other side of the 50-foot wall is the Duke of Born to Watch, G-Man.
The Duke.
Hey, number one.
Yeah, with chandeliers on my car.
Yes.
Yeah, killing it. Yeah, good rewatch. Haven't seen this one in a while.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I haven't seen it in a while either.
How come he's the Duke?
Why not? He's the duck. What's the movie where he calls him the duck?
I don't know.
The Ducky Boys.
Ducky Boys.
The Wanderers.
Damo, you good?
Yeah.
Joining us. Missed out last week because of Cyclone Alfred.
Alfred got in the way. Yeah.
You were severely missed for Fury Road.
Yes, I know.
What would you have rated it?
I'll probably give it about a 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'd have been in the game there. Everyone was around there. 4.25,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. I do love that movie. Yeah.
It's
I
a
watched
good
it. I really
movie.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Morg stepped up.
Well, he really loves his Mad Max. I think he mentioned ginger pubes about 15 times at the beginning, and that's as far as I got into it.
He does love a
He's so anti-strawberry blonde, that bloke. Really
Well,
anti.
it's because he's one of you.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not strawberry blonde.
He's got red pubes.
It's always a jealous thing. When
He hates himself.
With the story. He does. Self-loathing.
There's a lot of self-loathing on the land.
He's just a jealous guy.
Yeah. Oh, bloody Brian Ferry.
We are Born to Watch, the movie podcast where we don't take the movie or ourselves too seriously, unless, of course, Damo.
During the Snorbs report.
And we should have one tonight.
Oh, look, I'll turn over every stone.
I'm sure you
Mate,
will.
I go all the way to get my story.
Kurt Russell Snorbs are in this one.
Well,
He gets them out. Bare chest.
He does, actually, and so does old Ox Baker.
He does.
He's got a bit of a singlety sort of. He's like the Big Show in wrestling, isn't he?
He's like George Animal Steel.
Yeah, Animal Steel.
He's
That's who
George
he is,
Animal
yeah.
Steel. That's what I
Chewing
thought
on
of
the
when I saw him.
turnbuckle. Yeah.
Yeah, or the guy out of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah, the big
That
ball
he
guy
hits
hits
in the plane,
He hits
yeah.
the propeller to there.
The fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible. Overs and unders, gents. Now, Gow, you said this was a good rewatch. Haven't seen it for a while. 1981 film, 44 years old.
Wacko.
Now, I don't remember when I first saw this. This was one of those ones I think I just came across at some stage. Don't think I saw it when it came out. Clearly, we were young.
No. Look, I agree. Overs and unders are 16.
I'd be under 16.
Yeah,
I reckon I'm 5 to 10.
I'm anticipating we'll all be under.
I'm around 5 to 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Damo, what about you?
Yeah, my mate, Funt Gallant, Brad Gannon, his dad had this as a video in about 1982 or 83.
Oh, yeah.
And he only had like 3 videos. One was the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Oh, the making of?
You had that one? Yeah,
Oh,
I
what a
think.
great video.
This, Escape from New York, and Deep Throat. They were the 3 movies in his dad's collection.
Now, which one did you guys watch the most?
I'm overs for Deep Throat. Escape from New York, though, I reckon we watched it about maybe 5 times in 2 years, maybe 6 times.
Yeah.
And then I reckon I've only seen it once, like maybe in the 90s. The reason why I don't think I've watched it since then is because I had 9/11 flashbacks during when the plane was going down in New York, in the Twin Towers.
Yep.
And I never felt like this watching this movie before. So I knew that I hadn't seen it post 2001.
Yeah, I had the same. When the plane goes in, I was like, "Oh, there's the Twin Towers."
You're just getting this. It's sort of this retro future sort of plane going to New York. But yeah, but Funt's dad was an ad man. He's famous for Fletcher Photographics.
Fletcher Photographics fanatic.
That was like his account, and he was the first guy I knew that had a mobile phone.
Did he have a stutter?
No, he didn't. It was amazing. Yeah, But he did have his 3 VHSs that were on high rotation.
Now, it's
for us.
quite funny you mentioned he had deep throat
Yep.
because I remember, as every teenage boy does at some stage, I think, when everyone's out of the house, just search high and low through the parents' wardrobe looking for porn.
Yeah.
And I found 3 videos in the back of my dad's cupboard.
Ah.
And on one of the covers, it was World Rugby 15.
Oh, nice. Oh, I think I remember
Right?
that. Yes.
And I remember I thought, that's a bit odd.
Mm.
And I thought, well, you know what? I can't be busted for like having a watch of this because
Yeah.
I think I was writing a rugby back then. It was Sex Boat.
Oh, wow. That is a classic too. That's a Debbie Does Dallas, like the big name ones.
Yep.
But I tell you what, you can sniff out a porno video somewhere, anywhere.
I'm only.
He's like a dog at the airport.
I'm a bloodhound. I'm a bloodhound.
Yeah. Go on, sniff it out, find out.
There's
a VHS in his house. You can find it.
There's cadaver dogs.
Yeah, I know.
And then there's me.
There's
Porn
humans.
dogs. Porn dogs.
Incredible nose.
I've got a nose for porn. Nose for porn.
Like the children catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh yes.
You get out of your little car with your big nose.
A nose for pedophilia.
There's porn here somewhere.
He's bad.
I can sniff this out.
The kitty catcher.
Scared the shit out of me, that bastard.
Oh yeah, he did. She's a little bit frightening.
Mate, that children catcher. I think I mentioned this like years ago on one of the first ones, that one of the best villains of all time.
No, you did mention it.
Yeah,
you have mentioned
unbelievable.
The catcher,
Yeah.
Favorite villains.
Yeah.
Again, G-Man, I'm with you. This is a video high for me. I'm unders. Oh, actually, I reckon I'm about on the knocker. I reckon I'm 15, 16. But video high for me is one of those ones where the art, the cover art got me. And I remember going, shit, I want to watch that when I can. And when I was old enough and big enough, I remember hiring it.
Yeah, I have a vague memory of hiring a VHS movie somewhere, and this being one of the shorts. You know, they have the trailer
the front,
going, and when you see that trailer, oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah. Oh, gee, man, I've got to say, like, that would have been an amazing segue if we were going straight into the trailer, but we're not. What we're doing is you're going to tell us a little bit about Escape from New York.
All right. I've got 2 taglines. Morg's not here, so bad luck. In 2. 1997. New York City is now a maximum security prison. Breaking out is impossible. Breaking in is insane.
It's brilliant.
I
That's
like
very
that.
good.
What about the world's greatest leader is a hostage in the most dangerous place on earth? Now, only the deadliest man alive can save him.
Oh, Snake.
Deadliest man alive.
Snake.
Imagine that on your resume.
I thought he was dead.
Deadliest. Yeah. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. Call me Snake.
Deadliest man alive is that's a brilliant.
That's
what you're known as.
That's a mocker you want to be known as, right?
Yeah. Not the
like as
porn-
I was growing up, one of my nicknames in the street was Fat Matt, right?
almost
Not
on
nice.
Almost on a par.
Not nice.
Yeah.
Deadliest man alive.
Yeah, that's
I can run with that.
shit. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Looking back at the old photos, wasn't that fat? Right? And the guy that called me the most was fatter than me.
Oh well, that's just
Bully.
That's projection.
Just a bully.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, G-Man, you've jumped ahead, and did you read the?
No,
synopsis
that was
yet?
just the tagline.
Oh, okay,
no,
well, you better read the
Tag-
synopsis.
Yeah.
We got sidetracked.
Bit of tag team.
In a world ravaged by crime, the entire island of Manhattan has been converted into a prison that houses the world's most brutal inmates. And when the President of the United States crash lands inside, only one man can bring him back. Snake Plissken, a notorious outlaw and former Special Forces war hero, who, in exchange for a full pardon, descends into the decayed city and wages a blistering war against the captors. But time is short. In 24 hours, an explosive charge planted inside Snake's body will end the mission and his life, unless he succeeds.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just chuckling thinking that I've been around you when you've done some massive explosions that required a full pardon.
Jesus.
Blistering attack.
All right, now Gow already led us into the segue with the trailer. This is the original 1981 trailer, so strap yourselves in. Eventually.
New York, 1997. The entire city is a walled maximum security prison. The bridges are mined. The rivers are patrolled. And the United States Police Force has everything under control, they think.
Well, there we go. That is a traditional 80s trailer.
It's excellent, and it didn't have temp music in it, because sometimes
Had the soundtrack.
They do trailers with a temp
The
music.
movies.
The fake temporary music that had the legit
That was the
John
legit
Carpenter
score. Yeah.
score.
Good score. And I'm sure we'll get to it a lot.
No, yeah, I'll talk about it. Yeah, you will too. Yeah,
Yeah,
Gow
but-
will too.
Critical thinking. IMDb rates Escape from New York 7.1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Certified fresh 86% on the
Ooh, yeah.
tomato meter
Hoo-ha.
with a 77% popcorn meter. So again,
Critics like it.
critics liked it.
Yeah, I can see why. for
Dystopian.
sure. Yeah.
Like, it's great.
When you think of it in a 1981 sense,
Oh
it's
my
a good
God.
movie.
This is
Yeah,
cutting edge,
Very
man, in
different.
81.
Yeah, different story.
Okay, couple reviews. Got a good review here. Ian Freer of Empire magazine. Boasting one of the most iconic characters ever in Plisskin and an effective sci-fi setup. This is entertainment of the highest order.
He likes it.
He likes it a lot.
He loves it. Entertainment
lot.
of the highest order.
Highest order.
That's a huge call.
Takes 18 minutes or 17 minutes to bring Snake into the movie. The movie goes for 99 minutes.
Well, he doesn't talk for that.
He's
for
not
the
in
first
it.
18, yeah.
He's not in it at all. They introduce him at 18 minutes.
I think I like Freezy. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, that's good. Now, gents,
Have we got him? He's back.
He's back. So we've got a
Have we got
bad
a Ford Meteor coming on.
We've got a bad review from Ferdy Dominelli.
Well,
James,
while.
that was good.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we never lose it.
No.
James Baradinelli from Real Views. When the final credits roll, you can be forgiven a vague sense of dissatisfaction because the creativity that went into formulating the premise was never extended to the script writing stage.
Oh,
I don't agree with that, but I'm going to give the Ferdy Bird a pass because we like the Ferdy Bird.
but I think the premise is fantastic, and you're right. Probably the script is
I agree.
the bit that sort of lags.
Well, it relies heavily on the visual, and
But that premise is fantastic.
it's one of the great premises.
It's so good. Yeah.
But that's the whole point. It's dark and
Yeah.
disturbing, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot said. Like there doesn't need to be.
Well, I suppose that was John Carpenter's thing. Well, I didn't need the script to be
Yeah.
so
No,
full
he
on
didn't.
because there's not much being said at all.
Well, it's an action movie at its heart, right? And so you don't. It could be a silent movie, to be honest.
But it also has so many horror elements in it too.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Scary. G-Man, Ordinary People. Take it away.
Well, we don't have to talk much about Kurt. How many Kurt movies have we
ding,
done
ding.
now?
Not enough.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
1
yeah.
degree.
1 degree of
Got it.
Kurt.
0
Yeah.
degree.
I got it.
So when you think about it, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Tango and Cash, Backdraft, Tombstone,
Oh wow.
Yeah, and this.
and this. Has there been any other? Once
No.
Upon a Time in Hollywood?
We haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it?
No,
I wasn't sure if I was
not
away
yet.
for
No,
that one.
we haven't done
Okay.
it. No, we've done
But
6.
that's still a lot. Yeah.
Six, yeah.
He would be our number 1 guy.
Well, we did a lot early on. We were very, very Kurt-centric.
What about
we were-
Anthony Michael Hall? He'd be up there.
AMH, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's done 3, I think.
We've done Batman and Weird Science and Griswold's
And Breakfast Club.
Vacation. Shit, he's
There's
up there.
4. He's up there.
But this is prime Kurt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's coming off The Thing.
No, this
Oh,
is
sorry,
before
The
the
Thing
thing.
was-
Yeah,
yeah,
before
before
the
The Thing,
thing.
wasn't it? This is before The Thing.
This is the
This is
start of
after
Kurt.
Elvis
This is
sort
the
of
start
thing.
of Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Really is.
After Elvis, after
After he'd done the Elvis movie and he'd done,
All the Disney stuff. So
Disney
this was
shit.
all the
Yeah.
Disney stuff.
this
yeah.
was Kurt Russell putting a stake in the ground, going, "I'm your '80s action."
I'm
dude."
Action Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then The Thing, then Silkwood in '83. He got the Golden Globe nom.
That's a good movie, Silkwood.
Yeah, Silkwood is a good movie.
Sure, Meryl Streep.
Yep.
Scared the shit out of me. All I remember is the scrubbing
I
when
don't know.
there's it's a radioactive meltdown,
Yeah.
right?
Oh right.
And
Scared me as a kid,
Mate,
mate.
scared the shit because it was always that that feeling of nuclear war
Yeah,
in the
that,
80s.
well, that
right?
was the Cold War, right?
It
It
was
was
the
the height
Cold-
of that in
and
the
so-
early 80s.
So when you saw Silkwood, that frightened me.
Yeah,
Frightened.
it did. When they scrubbed the skin and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you got the metal brush.
Fuck,
Oh.
one scrubs the skin.
There was not enough lotion to go around.
It puts the
Um,
lotion into the bucket.
Speaking
Basket,
of Kurt, I've had a
Basket, yeah.
request from my lovely wife.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, four.
Wow.
long time wife, part time listener.
Was she going to listen? She can't
Yeah.
make requests if
Oh,
she doesn't
She
listen.
listen. She wants to do Overboard. It's one of her
Oh,
favorite
it's a good
movies.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Goldie
loves
Hawn,
it.
Kurt.
Goldie Hawn,
She
Kurt.
wants us to do Overboard, or she
Yes.
wants to be
No,
involved
she
in
wants us
Overboard?
to do it.
Yeah,
No,
I,
she wouldn't be
I do
involved.
like that movie. It's a good movie.
Well, we can do Overboard.
They
It's
set
a Kurt Russell
The
movie.
mini golf. They set up the mini golf course. Don't
Yeah,
they?
that's right.
Yeah.
With the
I-
kids.
I could throw it out there and say that there's a big chance that we're going to do every single Kurt Russell movie
Yeah.
ever made.
Well,
Even the shit ones, even Captain Ron.
no, that's probably my favorite. Maybe on my second favorite.
Tequila Sunrise. We
I
could do.
love Captain Ron.
There's another tequila
Yeah.
sunrise.
Shout man
How dare
overboard.
you? You got Kurt Russell in his sluggos, and you're saying you don't like the movie. Just
Ron.
that scene alone,
Captain Ron.
it's so good.
Okay, Gal, let Chrissy know she's got to listen to 17 episodes,
Oh, jeez.
back to front,
Yep.
and then we'll do Overboard.
Okay.
Her sons have already listened to that many. Not so
That's
much
exactly
of late.
right.
Not so
That's
much
exactly
of
right.
late though. They're
Look,
big
just-
early adopters.
Just a couple of sliding doors for old
I
Kurt.
haven't heard you say sliding doors for
Yeah,
a
I
while.
love it. I love it.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
He the lead role in They Live 98
Yeah.
movie was
Yep.
written with him
God,
in mind.
Actually, oh, yeah, okay.
Rowdy Roddy Peeper.
Ready, Peeper.
And Keith David.
David Keith.
David
Keith
Keith.
David.
Keith David.
Keith David.
Yep.
John Carpenter, having already cast him in 3 films already,
Yeah.
decided to give someone else a go, and then so he cast Roddy Piper.
Fastest hands in the sport.
Yes. He was offered the role of Alan Grant in Jurassic Park,
Oh gosh.
Wow.
but he wanted too much moolah. He was
Yeah.
at the height of his power, so went to
that-
Sam Neill.
Yeah, I was gonna
Sam
say, was
Neill.
that the Sam
Yeah.
Neill one?
He turned down the role of Connor McLeod.
Oh, from the Clan McLeod.
Yep,
Really?
Clan McLeod. In order to star in Big Trouble in Little China, which we are all thankful for.
Well, 5 out of 5.
Would
Mate,
like to
he
see him
could
with a
have-
Scottish accent.
He could have done it. He's got a better mullet, got a better long back than Christopher Lambert, I reckon.
So not as good as Somersault. That was the
Ah,
Damo was
Somersault
saying.
Lambert.
Definitely doesn't have as good
Lambert.
as Somersault.
He was originally cast as Crash Davis in
Oh, Bull
Bull
Durham.
Durham,
Right.
Yep.
I
but
thought I-
Roy went to Kevin Costner.
Well, but Kurt Russell is a massive baseball guy. So
Okay.
he's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his father owned a basketball team.
basketball,
Oh,
baseball.
sorry.
His father was a baseball
His
player
father. Well,
and an actor.
yeah, I think they might have been involved in a team though. There's
Could have been.
excellent documentary about a team they were involved in. I'm pretty sure. I've got it. I'm going to put it on the socials.
The Springfield Isotopes.
It could be.
Oh,
Cut your sideburns. Cut your
You look like a
sideburns.
girl.
What's semi-pro? Was they semi-pro?
Oh no, that was the
Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moo?
Tropic Thunders. Tropic Thunder.
the tropics, the sun, the
The Flint Tropics.
Flint tropics.
Flint Tropics. The Tropic Thunders. Fuck me dead. The Flint Tropics.
All right, let's move on to Lee Van Cleef.
Oh. Lee Van Cleef. How good is his face?
Good face.
He's sharpest features.
He's got a hawk-like
yeah.
nose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hawk for a hawk.
Piercing eyes.
Hawk
yeah.
for hawk.
Yeah.
but have we done?
No,
We've
many-
done nothing.
No, but yeah. Well, it's considering he's in the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Have we done any other good, the bad, and the ugly actors? Have we done? Oh, you have
Clint.
done Clint.
Clint.
We've
yeah.
done
Have
Clint.
we done Clint in something?
I don't think we've done a Clint movie.
Yeah, we did Clint not long ago. We did
Oh,
Oh,
you
we did Dirty
you
Harry.
did Dirty Harry,
We did
yeah.
Dirty Harry. That's right.
Yeah, and Eli Wallach.
We haven't
He
done
was in
Eli
it.
Wallach yet.
Yeah.
But look, he was actually
He's the ugly.
he served in the U.S. Navy. He served on minesweepers and sub chasers during World War II.
Right.
So then he worked as an office administrator and he was doing some amateur theatrics in his spare time. But then he got an audition for a professional role in a show called Mr. Roberts, and he was seen by a producer called Stanley Kramer who put him in High Noon. So he didn't actually have a speaking part, but he was with Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly. So
Got a good look.
Mate, he's
Yeah.
got a good stare.
Yeah.
and that's what got him.
He's
And
got
for
a
the next
stare.
decade, he was in all those movies. He was a villainous character, and
Stare specialist.
Yeah.
Stare specialist with that hawk face.
Staircialist.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
They say.
but that's where Sergio Leone cast him in for $3 more.
In
And
all
then
those
he was
spaghetti
the
westerns.
Western anti-hero. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all those. So the good, the bad, the ugly. Captain Apache, El Condor. There was tons of them. He was in heaps of them.
Yeah.
Heaps.
But then in the early 80s, and this is where I came across him, he moved into action and martial arts movies.
Oh, for God's sake.
1980, he was in Octagon
Oh,
right.
yeah. That's with Chuck Norris.
with Chuck.
Baddie?
Yeah.
Is he baddie in that? Or was he?
Yeah. And he had quite a few.
I've
there
never
was a-
met a good queef.
No.
There
Never
was
met
a
a good queef.
there was a
Live by that.
TV series you might remember. It was called The Master. It was around 84, and it was a non-stop action karate show, and he
Oh,
was in
you're
that.
loving this.
Yeah, loved it. I loved Lee Van Cleef back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've always been a big fan of the queef. Yeah.
He died of a heart attack in 1989. He's only
Yeah.
64.
Smelled his own queef.
Oh, Jesus.
He's
Hey,
non-stop.
listen, Queef's just been said 56 times in the last minute. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing.
I actually just it was a slip of the tongue. To be fair, the last time.
Far out.
What is his name?
Lee Van
Cleef. It's Cleef.
Yes, there's
Right.
an L.
Cleef. Yeah, Cleef. No Q and an L.
Definitely not a Q.
All right. Look, apart from that, we've got a few bit actions. We've got Ernest Borgnine.
I love Ernest
Mate,
Borgnine.
McHale's Navy.
McHale's name.
The Poseidon Adventure.
130. He was actually in one of his earlier movies in 1955 called Marty. He had the role. He was a butcher.
I've heard that it's a really good movie.
He was
I've never
best,
seen it.
He
Yeah.
won Best Actor, Oscar,
Okay.
and BAFTA.
Right.
So that was very early on. That's where I think his career got cemented.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Dirty Dozen. He was in all. he's the
Yeah,
only guy that
he was
in
the
all
general.
four.
He was
Yeah.
the general in the Dirty Dozen.
Poseidon Adventure. All
He's
Quiet on the
great.
Western Front. He was in the Airwolf TV series in the 80s.
Right.
Played
yeah.
Dominic
But
Santini.
Where do you all know him from, though? Where do you know him from mainly, though? Was it
McHale's
Navy?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I'm
he was in the
Poseidon
movie.
Adventure for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, yes, he was in the Poseidon.
I love the Poseidon Adventure as
Yeah.
a kid. Watched it 1,000 times.
Yeah, right.
When we do it, overs and unders is going to be frightening.
No, I'll be really under.
I'm sure you will be.
But look, in 2007, he became the first male Oscar winner for Best Actor to still be alive on his 90th birthday.
Oh, good on him.
And in 2012, became the first male Oscar winner for Best Actor to still be alive and working on his 95th birthday.
And he died at 95, didn't he?
Died not long after,
Wait,
yeah.
But what a trooper. What an
Yeah.
absolute legend.
He,
Well,
Again-
Clit's going to take him over.
He's
Possibly.
Oh, yeah, how old's he?
He's 93.
he's 95. No, he's 95.
He's in 95 now?
Yep.
Shit.
All
Or
right.
Clint is going to take him over.
Clit's,
Yeah.
Clit's going to
Yeah.
take him. Clit's going to take over
Yeah.
Queef.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Whitey's unstoppable.
Did you say, oh,
Yes.
cheese?
Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Gee. Fair income.
Right, moving on. Donald Pleasance.
And he's
Ah.
absolute. Was he Dr. Loomis from Halloween?
Dr. Loomis, yeah.
He was Dr. Loomis. He was
Great
was,
Escape?
He was
Oh, the
well,
Forger.
listen,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this because he was the Forger. He was
Yeah.
Blythe the Forger,
Yeah.
right? But he was actually a World War II prisoner.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah.
So Hans Mesmer, who was Colonel Lugo, was a German soldier in World War II, and he was captured by American troops, held in the POW camp. And so when he was on set, they actually said to him, like, he said, I've got a few things I could tell you about. And this now, like, just keep your opinions to yourself, mate.
Yeah. What do you know?
What do you know? Until someone went, mate, he actually was a POW in World War II. You might want to take his insights
Shit.
on board.
He shared a room
Yeah.
with James Garner, and he went
He did.
blind in that
He
movie.
did go blind,
He
yeah.
did.
Remember? And he put a pin on the ground. No,
Yeah.
I'm not blind. I've
Yeah.
got that pin down
And look
there.
at
Yeah,
that
like-
pin.
Yeah, and he walked up and he,
Measured the step.
yeah, he picked it up. And
He
he's
gets
like,
away.
and then
Him and James Garner get away, don't they?
Yeah, no, till they crash the plane.
They crash the plane,
Yeah.
that's right.
And he doesn't
He
survive.
doesn't
Yeah.
survive, that's right.
People, if you have not seen The Great Escape,
oh,
it is one of the best movies of all time.
It is.
1963.
It is.
It's
Stands the
cracking.
test of time. Steve McQueen,
James Coburn.
James Coburn, James Garner.
It's great.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's all-star cast.
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah. Oh
Richard
yeah. Yeah.
Attenborough.
Bartlett. Who's Bartlett?
He's
Yep.
Bartlett.
Yeah. It's such a good movie.
Look, also, You Only Live Twice. He was the bad guy who's Blofeld
Yeah.
in 1967. So that was actually the influence or the for Dr. Evil.
oh
Yes, the
my
bald
God.
head, you know,
Yes.
all of that. So,
Yes, Doctor. That's right.
but you're right. Halloween 2. He was originally chosen to play Blair in The Thing.
Oh, okay.
But he scheduling conflict. So that was Wilford
That
Brimley's
was Wilford
role.
Brimley's role, yeah.
Yeah.
I much prefer Wilford Brimley in the role, to be
Yeah,
honest.
he's good.
Well, I mean, but Carpenter obviously really liked
Oh,
Donald.
they
Pleasance.
worked a lot
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Now, he was in one more movie, and I hate to
Oh, is
bring it
this
up.
a karate one.
No. It was actually Morgs' #1 movie, Wake in Fright.
Oh, for God's
Oh,
sake.
he
was
you're
the
right,
doctor.
Yes.
He is too,
He
yeah.
was the
I
doctor
still
in
haven't watched
1991's Wake in
Yeah.
Fright.
I got to say, okay, we give Morgs a lot of shit about Wake and Fright. Wake and Fright's an incredible film. It's a one watch.
Yeah.
It is
It's-
that.
that incredible, eh?
Well, no. It is just that traumatic.
Right.
It's horrific. It's not quite Salo, 120 Days of Sodom,
Or
which is
Bad Boy Bubby.
the worst. Well, but you can have a chuckle in Bad Boy
Oh,
Bubby.
yeah.
In some instances, it's wait,
Yeah.
it's bad, but like,
It's just the
Is it
subject
that
matter. And then,
disturbing?
well, there's male rape. Like anything where there's male rape in Waking.
but just,
Waking
yeah,
Friday
once
on the
you
kitchen
watch it,
bench.
you finish it and you sort of like, it's one of those ones you go, what have I just
Well, that's in
watched?
Deliverance as well. And
Yeah, that kind of thing.
For sure.
A little
It's-
bit like that.
Yeah, it's just very stark.
Yeah. Okay, moving on quickly. Isaac Hayes, of course,
Oh,
as the Duke.
mate.
We've mentioned.
Hang on,
Uh,
what-
Sorry.
What is he? Yeah.
Chef.
Okay,
Chef
so
from
that's
South
what he's.
Park.
That's what he's known for.
And what particularly do you think? What's your biggest memory of Chef
Of
or
Chef?
Isaac Hayes?
It's got to be
Suck on
chocolate
my
salty
jaw.
balls.
Chocolate salty balls.
Get them in your mouth.
Put them in your mouth
Mouth
and suck them. I listened to that song 2 days ago, and I'm just honestly laughing my head off.
Yeah. It's
It
one of
is
the greatest
the egg
songs.
white.
It is.
Half a stick of butter melted. Chuck it all in a bowl, baby. Mix it with a wooden spoon.
I was going to suggest that should be our Stan Bush kick-ass credit song tonight. We sung chocolate
It still,
salty
it
balls.
still could be. We could do it
I know,
anyway.
It's so funny.
You'll be in heaven soon.
But he did the.
Hey, everybody, you see my balls? They're big and salty and brown.
You know this.
If you want to get a big, quick me up, just stick my balls in your mouth. Ooh, suck on my chocolate salty balls. Get them in your mouth and suck them.
One of the great songs.
It's just so good.
So much in South Park with Chef, like the bit where they turn into zombies and he turns into Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna make love even when I'm dead. My body might be cold, but it's always warm in my bed. Make love, don't you be afraid. Just because my heart's not beating, don't mean you won't get laid.
Jesus.
He is one of the greats. I was a addict, South Park addict.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. But did you know before that, like, he's obviously a very talented singer, but he was a composer, a singer, and a ranger.
We did the Shaft theme.
That's
Which
it.
is
Yeah.
an amazing theme.
He won an
Amazing
Academy
music.
Award for Best Original
Yeah,
Song.
that is such good 70s chaka wow wow
Yeah.
music. It is so good.
Yeah. He also played the piano, the saxophone, and
What? Saxophone.
the vibraphone.
Saxophone.
And the vibraphone.
Saxophone.
It's when he breaks the reed, Lisa's reed,
Yeah.
and she's got the shits with him, and he can't find another reed, and he's there going saxophone.
Stupid.
It's like trampoline.
The other person I'm gonna mention is Adrienne Barbeau.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
John Carpenter's wife at the
She
time.
was John Carpenter's wife at the time, and Kurt Russell was married to Susan Hubley.
Yeah.
Who
Or
was
were
the
they
girl-
engaged?
No, they were married.
No,
They were married? Yeah.
But her actual title is Girl in Chock Full of Nuts.
Yeah. And
Well, she was trying to get chock full of nuts.
But she had special appearance or introducing Susan
Yeah.
Hubley. You know that thing at
Yeah.
the beginning? Did you say that?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, who the hell's Susan Hubley?
Good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adrienne Barbeau did a lot of. She was in Someone's Watching Over Me in 1978, The Fog, Escape from New York, and then she was in Creep Show in '82 and Two Evil Eyes.
Creep Show.
Then she was in
gets eaten by
Swamp
the
Thing.
beast.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, she is B grade horror.
yeah. So
Royalty.
she went
Yeah.
right through that.
Yeah.
So, but then later on, she was the voice of Catwoman on the animated Batman series all through the '80s.
Oh, was she?
okay.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Now I looked up her on IMDb. I looked up the trademarks. You know the trademarks of her and of her career, and here's what they are:
Her boobs.
the voice of Catwoman on Batman, often cast by ex-husband John Carpenter, natural brunette hair, seductive deep voice, her enormous breasts.
And I'll tell you what,
Didn't notice them.
in every single movie she's in,
it's
the focus is on the boobs.
look. That's this. Look, this will come up in the snores.
She
report.
knew what she had, and she
Yeah,
worked
that's
them
right.
to the
Yep.
to the nth degree.
Yep.
Good on her.
Totally.
Good on her. I'll tell you what, Jamie. Are you done with the cast now?
Yep.
Just- oh,
It's a bloody good cast.
Good
But you have
cast.
missed Harry Dean.
Harry Dean Stanton.
We've talked. I was going to bring him up because he's a lookalike, obviously.
Well,
So
he's
I was
obviously
gonna
more
save that.
like.
Yeah,
Harry
okay.
Dean Morgan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's obviously we've done him before in Alien, Condensation.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
plays Brain. Again, he's a good character.
Yeah, he's great.
He don't really know what side he's on,
No,
which is quite good.
but he
We
just wants
need
to
him,
get out.
Duke.
Yeah. Doesn't really do a lot to
He-
help Snake.
Well, I think he wants to get the glider and just get out of there.
He's in it for
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No,
He wants-
he knows once he crosses Duke, he's gone, so he's got to get
Yeah.
out of there.
Yeah.
yeah.
But very good with the knife. Silent killer.
Mm.
Just one little stab.
Oh, yeah.
right into
What's his name?
Romero or whatever.
Romero, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just expires.
Yeah.
He looks like Lionel from Thundercats with his hair.
Oh
He
yeah,
does.
a bit Billy Idolish or Billy
Yeah,
Idol. a
Billy
little bit.
Eilish, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, in prison, there's a lot of wax around.
For
A
the
lot of
hair.
hair gel. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just sweat.
Well, I don't think he ever showers.
It
didn't look like it.
It was pretty dirty there. Yeah.
Fold his teeth. It was a good look.
Did he? Does he have some small teeth? Is he a Quaco?
No, it was more pointed, not small.
All right.
It wasn't. It was. I'll tell you what I've got though. I've got a little snippet here, a little
Okay.
clip.
Yep.
Just on the birth of Snake Plissken.
Oh, the birth.
So it's Deborah Hill, who's one of the producers, who was John Carpenter's producing partner, and also John Carpenter.
Nice.
John Carpenter had written Escape from New York when he was at USC, and he had actually written it with Clint Eastwood in mind. So with the success of The Fog, Av Clemency asked us what we wanted to do next, and we pulled out this old script, Escape from New York, with Clint Eastwood in mind, and we brought it to them, and they loved it, and they said, yeah, they would love to do it. Let's do a rewrite to make it funnier, to make it hipper. And so we brought Nick Castle in to work with John.
He brought all the humor. He brought the whole idea of the American Bandstand piece being the one that we switched tapes with. He brought a lot of the lines.
Get a new president.
We fleshed out the cabbie character, the brain character, all the kind of humorous exchanges Nick and I worked on together. He brought that kind of spark to it.
John really wanted Kurt Russell to be Snake Plissken. The studio wanted Tommy Lee Jones. So we went to Tommy Lee Jones first, and he passed. And after he passed, then Kurt got to be Snake.
Working with Kurt is always a dream. We worked together on Elvis for the first time, and we love working with each other. We have a great time. We have very similar brains in terms of movie making. Politically and every other way, we're very separate people, but in terms of movie making, we have the same approach.
In many ways, Kurt Russell is Snake Plissken as much as John Carpenter is Snake Plissken. I mean, there are two sides of Snake Plissken, and that's John and Kurt, and they're very, very connected.
I know who you are.
Snake Plissken.
But I heard you were dead.
Heard you were dead.
Thought you were dead.
A friend of mine from film school told me about this legendary kind of punk teenager that went to his high school, Snake Plissken, Larry Plissken. And he says, what a great name. Just an insane name. And literally the guy said, call me Snake. So I thought, that's a great character.
I'm not a fool, Plissken.
Call me Snake.
Do you ever know anyone? And I think I might have told the story on the podcast. If you make your own nickname, you're a dickhead.
Yes, T-Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Costanza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call me T-Bone.
You can't make your own nickname.
Call me Snake.
But I think it just became his nickname, and it was like.
Do you
just
remember-
a bit like Tiger Woods?
Do you remember the English guy that came and played rugby at Ringa like 15 years ago, maybe more? A Luke, big, tall, blonde guy.
yeah,
super tall.
yeah.
And he said, I want to have a nickname. And I think it was Barbara or someone said, okay, your nickname's Dog Shit. And we called him Dog Shit from then on. So you can't just
No.
come up and say.
You've got to earn your nickname.
That's it. So then from then on, he was Dog Shit.
Yeah, you got to earn your nickname.
I think it was like Morgs at school. You know, Daniel Morgan, that name. There's a famous bushranger.
Yeah. Well, do you want to be called the Bushranger?
Mad Dog Morgan. So Morgs used to walk around the school saying, can you guys call me Mad
Oh,
Dog?
my God.
Can you call me Mad Dog, please? Just didn't take.
No.
Fuckwit
dinkum.
did. Fuckwit took.
Honker took.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The Bushranger. Yeah, I've been calling him the Bushranger because he always holds everyone up. Like, help, you know. That's what I've been calling him. I didn't know.
sucks.
Didn't actually.
Dog sucks.
Yeah.
G-Man, any Oscar buzz, box office,
That-
etc.?
Oh, well, 81. Domestically or worldwide, it made 25.7 million and a budget of 6 million. So quadruple its money. Opening weekend did 4 million. In cinemas, it was 579 cinemas and 2.8 week average run.
2.8 weeks.
Now,
That's not long for
in
back then.
81, you've got a few movies up against
Oh,
it.
God, that was a bumpy
It was a big year.
Chariots of Fire won 4 awards, including
Yep.
Best Picture. Raiders of the Lost Ark with 5 awards. On Golden Pond, Reds, Arthur, and American Werewolf in London. So Warren Beatty was Best Director for Reds. Henry Fonda and Katharine Hepburn Best Actor and Actress for On Golden Pond.
Good movie. Well,
Yeah.
we talked about it on Golden Pond and
We
the Howling
did.
Damo.
We did.
Yeah, with this sort of thing, like 1981, when I'm back there, I thought, "Hang, we just did this the
Just
other
did
week."
it, yeah.
Yeah, you guys did it, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Just
But look,
quietly,
yeah.
he's mentioned Arthur.
Yeah.
Like, how good's Christopher Cross?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the best.
Like, Arthur's theme is great.
If you get caught between the moon and
Sailing, what a
Yeah.
song.
he's
awesome.
he's touring, isn't he? Isn't
Mate,
Christopher
if
Cross?
he's touring, I'm buying a ticket.
I think he might be.
Ride Like the Wind.
Oh, come on.
Give me a better 80s song.
Mate, that's the song that my dad's dance crew are dancing for Stepford's this year. Right like the wind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So good.
It is the night.
My body's weak.
I'm on the
On the run,
No,
no
time to speak.
Okay.
Look, so number one that year, a movie we've already covered, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 367 million. For Your Eyes Only,
Yeah, it's all right.
195. Superman 2, On Golden Pond, and Stripes rounding out the top 5.
For Your Eyes Only is a bit of a guilty pleasure Bond movie for me.
It's the White Lotus.
Yep. No, it's
one with
it's
the
the
spree-
it's the maroon Lamborghini in the snow. They're in Greece.
Oh.
There's a lot of diving. They're in Greece,
it's
and then
not
Top
in
Hole's
that-
in it.
Is that
Top
where
holes
the,
in
is
it.
that where the car drives in the water and becomes a submarine?
No. That's The Spy Who Loved
Oh,
Me
yes, it is. Yeah. Yep.
with Barbara Bach, Mrs. Ringo Starr.
Mm.
That's well done, G-Man. What's next? 1981 hit sleeper dud. We're going to stick with you. I think, G, you've got the hit, I believe. What do you got?
Well, it's 81.
You're going to do, I don't know what you're going to do. It's going to be a fucking martial arts movie. Oh, mate, Gallipoli.
Yeah, no, I've done Gallipoli before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd also go with V for Victory,
What are your
which
legs?
we've talked about before. So I'd stay away from them this time. I went with Cannonball Run.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
Right. Yeah.
Cannonball.
Yep. Burt Reynolds, Roger Moore, Farrah Fawcett, Dom DeLuise, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. A star from this, Adrienne Barbeau in there as well. Jamie Farr, obviously Klinger.
Yep.
Terry Bradshaw. So a big cast and a great early
Some great
80s
cars.
movie. It's fantastic. Fantastic flick that you can just watch
Yeah,
over and
good
over
call.
again.
Good call. I've got the sleeper. Clash of the Titans.
Mate, there's dead set 30 sleepers in
There is
1981.
there is 30 sleepers. It was difficult, but I've gone Clash of the Titans because I've not mentioned it before.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
a-
no, you have with Harry Hamlin.
Yeah, Harry Hamlin, Burgess Meredith,
Okay, yep.
and
Penguin. Mickey.
it's so much better than the remake with Sam Worthington in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a movie that I grew up as with a kid. I remember there was a day that I was really sick, and I watched Clash of the Titans, and when I was watching it, I was okay. But the minute it'd stop vomiting,
Wow. That's
then I'd put it back on again. I'd be okay.
You're good. Holy crap.
It's the cure to my ills.
Yeah. Well done.
Good movie. The original Clash of the Titans. Very, very good.
Yep.
Very, very good. Damo, you've got the dud.
I had the dud too when I did 1981 last time, and I found it hard to find last time. I remember it was shock treatment. I did my
Yes,
story
that's
with
right.
the straws and getting asked to go to Central Police
Oh,
Station.
nearly
with
getting
the cops.
petted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I found it I found good sleepers, Time Bandits and History of the World Part 1, Puberty Blues. There's good
Oh, that's a
movies.
good Aussie movie.
Yamal,
Blues.
But I went for Chariots of Fire as my dud.
That's your
Yeah.
dud?
I was bored out of
Oh.
my brains watching Chariots of Fire. I only saw it when I was at the movies.
It
I haven't
is-
seen it since then.
It is a bit
The
boring.
Vangelis score is amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm going from an 11-year-old's head. And I remember walking out going,
It's not an
that
11-year-old
was
movie.
so boring.
Yeah.
It is uplifting, though.
I reckon if I watched it now, I probably might enjoy it. But I've only watched it. That was 40 whatever years ago.
And change.
Yeah, 44 years ago.
44 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good call, Damo.
Martin Chariots of Fire.
Yep. Okay. Question time. Straight off the bat, is this John Carpenter's best movie?
We talked about this before, and we did not say that it was this.
I don't think it is.
I think it might be.
I think it's close.
I think it is.
What did you say last time? Why did the thing?
The Thing is 100%.
Yeah,
his
of course
best
that's going to
movie.
be yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I actually think it's not even close. I actually think The Thing is streets ahead of everything else he's ever done. And that includes Big Trouble in Little China, which is one of the greatest movies ever made.
No, I'm going for this.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
can understand it.
And
Absolutely.
then, and possibly even Halloween 1 or 2. I don't know.
Okay. Halloween, the original Halloween is incredible.
And 2's good too.
Two's good, but not as good as the first one.
And
First
then-
one is
and
good.
then they turned to dog shit.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Halloween 4 is not bad. We watched it at Morgs's house. Gow hid under the pillows.
It would have.
Yeah.
That's such a tale.
And kept
Is it
looking out the
such a bullshit.
kept looking out the Venetian blinds in case
Michael
Michael
Myers
was
out
coming.
there. Yeah.
No, I didn't. All I said was, can we shut the Venetian blinds because they were open and you could see the reflection?
Yeah,
And all of a sudden I was scared.
I would interpret that
And
as
also
like,
I was
well, Michael
scared.
Myers is outside.
Okay, then on the back of that, is Snake Kurt Russell? Is
Kurt
Snake?
Reynolds.
Is Snake?
Cannonball Run's better.
Is Snake Kurt Russell's most iconic character? If you say Captain Ron, I'm going to headbutt you. Right?
No, for me, yes, definitely Snake Plissken is.
Yeah.
And I read that this Kurt Russell says
This
this
is
is
his
his favourite character
It
he's
is,
ever
yeah.
played.
Not Dean Prophet.
Who's Dean Brooks?
Oh, that,
Overboard.
yeah,
God.
that's I was trying to think. I've heard that name, but yeah,
Not
okay.
not Gabriel Cash or
Oh, yeah.
Ray Tango.
Ray Tango, Gabriel Cash.
Lieutenant Stephen McCaffrey.
Oh, he's good. He's good in Backdraft.
Wyatt Earp.
I think he is forever known as Snake Plissken.
I would agree, but
Or Jack Burton.
Jack Burton.
Yeah.
It's Jack Burton for me, but that's a personal.
I do love
thing.
Jack Burton,
Yeah.
but I think he's known as Snake Plissken.
Yep.
Okay, why does Snake fly low through the city?
And then go
And
up.
how does the glider gain all the way up to the top of the World
Speed.
Trade Centers
Speed.
and land?
Aerodynamics. Speed.
Explain that to me.
Speed and aerodynamics.
This is right up there with the mannequin hang gliding
It probably
for thermal dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. If you understood thermals, you'd know. But if you don't, like, then I can't. I don't have the time to
You
explain
can't
it to you.
explain it to me.
No, I can't. I really can't. I don't have time for updrafts and things like that.
Okay, righto.
Yeah,
Fair
warm air, things like that. So.
Okay. Right. So you're saying it's thermal dynamics.
It did look like he probably shouldn't have gone in that low if he's got to get up the top of the World Trade Center.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah.
Stay high. I thought with gliders, stay high till the last
yeah,
minute.
and then just sort of cruising. Yeah.
Okay.
He was just showing off.
And then how's it going to take off again?
Well, he's just going to fall. They said
that
it's
just
just
gonna-
going to drop. It's like a free dive or like a
And then he's just
base
going to
jump.
pull up.
He's base jumping. Yeah,
You're going to hope
basically.
there's nothing
Just
in front of
dip
him.
down, go down, and then
That
come up.
is it. So it was the paper plane theory.
Yeah,
Yes,
just drop
just
down.
let it drop down,
Yeah,
and
and
it'll
then
it'll just
yeah.
start.
Back, hey, it's a back updrafts and
Yeah,
aerodynamics.
thermals.
It's the
Thermodynamics,
thermals again.
yeah.
It's the thermals again. Okay. How the hell isn't Snake killed in the first 10 minutes he's in New York?
Oh, he's packing some serious
I,
heat.
I get that, but there's a zillion people in that city. And there's a lack of gun using.
Oh,
And I'm going to get to that.
I agree.
But there are people that could have killed him. And I'm just surprised if there's someone new, surely they're dead.
What about when he first comes out and then that person runs across
Yeah,
the back?
I know, a little scary.
You never hear of him
And
again.
that's it. That's it.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
person runs away. Like, it
that
was
was
very
the
odd.
the horror style filming with the back
Yeah,
something
and
running in the background.
And the loud noise. The
Ding,
loud,
yeah,
the loud
yeah,
shrill.
with
Yeah.
the music, with the synth going.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
And with that synth music too, it's just a real horror-y sound.
Yep. What New York would you prefer to be in? This New York or the Warriors New York?
Ooh.
Because they're both pretty shit.
Well, the Warriors, New York, at least
At least there's freedom.
it was. Yeah, but this place is like death everywhere you turn.
Yeah. And
But for the
There was
Warriors, it
parties
was
with-
death everywhere they
there was
turned.
parties with chicks though along the line there for the Warriors.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, the girls.
You
Yeah.
stay
There's
away-
always time to a bit of a finger bang,
Yeah.
isn't there?
If you just hung out at Coney Island, you're fine. You just
Yeah.
didn't go to
Coney Island Express.
But yeah, I mean, I saw these fan things that the leader of the Riff became Duke, and Swan is Snake Plissken going back in. I was reading all these things.
The Warriors is great. We've been talking about the Warriors
That's
since episode
sensational.
1, and I
Sensational.
think it's it'll happen this year.
Yep.
The Warriors definitely. Okay, in chock full of nuts.
Yep.
Are you taking the time to root that bird?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, she was up for it.
She wanted it.
She was like, "Hey, you going? Oh, snake!" And then she starts hooking in.
Then she got eaten,
She did
quite literally.
Yeah.
She was dinner.
Yeah, that was the zombie apocalypse, like the crazies.
The crazies.
They were
yes.
coming out of this. It was like,
But again, they come out. They just run past him.
yeah, they did, but they were sort of. That was like they were, like the hyenas. They don't just go in for the tack. They do the spin around, the circle, and whatever. It's a
Oh,
pack mentality sort of
okay.
thing.
But I didn't get where Snake He went inside the building, like he broke through a window, then he ran into the next room, then he broke through that window, then he scaled all the way down, and then he ran across, then he just walked back up the next wall.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just jump from one to the other?
He was all
He
over the
just scaled
place.
down. Yeah, it was.
It was a rat in a maze.
Why stay in the building? He scaled up to the next floor and went in the window
But he had an unlimited bullet gun. He could have.
that he never used. That he never
He
used.
could have just. Well, he did shoot a couple in chock full of nuts.
He did, and
Yeah.
the most he used the gun is to
Yeah,
blow the
so-
hole in the
Sure,
styrofoam wall,
Excuse me, that was concrete.
mate. You see it break open, and it's in styrofoam.
Tap. It's like.
And the noise it
Yeah, I
makes, they didn't
know.
even fix it in post. Where they go, no, we're going to make it sound like it's wood. It's just no, let's just get the styrofoam
It
noise.
sounds like a Japanese paper house.
It dead set sounds like when you get, like, you buy a TV and you get the packing,
Yeah.
and you're like, karate chop it.
Yeah.
Mate, there's a few apartment buildings built like that today. I
Yeah,
reckon.
I reckon.
Oh, absolutely. Bit of bog on the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be right.
Definitely. Okay, Born to Watch Only fans got a little bit of feedback this week.
Oh.
And Damo, I don't know whether you listened to the episode of Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, some of it. Yeah, I have probably only about half an hour in.
Okay. Well, you may have missed one of the things that one of these feedbacks refers to, but Movie Dad 16, who's our fast becoming our soaring to the top of our fans, sends a message when the release of the 12-inch The Movies went live.
Oh,
Right, which is shooting up the charts.
It would be with a bullet.
Yeah, it's Rick Astley's now relevant again because of the movies.
Yeah.
He replied, he had a laugh emoji, and then I said, just ridiculous. His reply was, I'm not trying to suck you blokes off too much, but honestly, I really look forward to each week's episode, and the best podcasts are ones that you kind of feel like you know the people doing it, and you're in the conversation too. You guys do that so bloody well.
That's a really amazingly good.
It's a great.
It is.
It's a great
fantastic.
compliment.
Good
That's what
rap.
we're trying to do.
Yeah.
When we talked about the mission of Born to Watch, it was like just talking shit
Yeah,
about
yeah,
movies
yeah,
with
yeah.
your mates.
But to
'Cause-
have someone, look, I think that's really cool. to
Yeah, we
think
love
like,
that.
Oh, we're part of the convo. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, shit, yeah,
Yeah.
we all are.
We are absolutely okay. And the good old the perp, perp reached out.
Perp's back.
She went to WA, but she's back in town now, and she goes bit behind. Started listening to Weird Science 10 minutes in, and I started looking for my DVD copy. Can't find it. Need to rewatch before I continue listening. No Wi-Fi at home.
Right.
And you know what, people? Disregard the perp. You don't need to have seen the movie or to have rewatched the movie because you will live the movie while listening to us
Wow.
just deconstruct the movies.
Chet.
We take you to another dimension.
Yeah.
Another plane.
Another
a higher plane.
Yeah.
Higher plane. Not finished. One more.
Oh, God.
One more. I think there's one more. Oggy 202
Good God.
Oggy.
reaches out.
Oggy.
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 That was Oggy.
Who was that? Was that Oggy?
From Oggy 202. Hi, Whitey and team. Good start.
Oh, Oggy.
Solid, strong start.
Oh, Jesus.
Oggy 202 here. Congratulations, Whitey and team, on stepping up your game.
Right.
The addition of interview clips throughout the podcast have really added a sense of authenticity
Yeah.
to the show and allows the audience to take a break from the usual dribble that is dished up. One clip that particularly resonated with me in the Mad Max Fury Road ep was the one where Whitey referred to how his gorgeous wife felt the first time they made love.
Oh, Jesus.
Broken, scared, angry, disappointed, frustrated. It was completely on point. The only thing Charlize forgot to call out was fast.
That's
Anyways,
that's romantic.
Keep up the great work.
That is romantic, isn't
Yeah,
it? Romance is not dead.
she's pretty funny, old Oggy.
It is.
Good on you, Oggy.
I like how it's a dribble break too. Like here
We
you
like,
go.
it's like the 15 seconds fast forward, except it's something relevant that you
Yeah.
don't need to fast forward.
Fair enough.
It's a take a break.
It is.
Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly, brought to you by our mates at Gage Roads Brew Company. Got a couple cases of beers for you both tonight to take home.
Oh,
with you.
really?
You know, we got the re-up, sort of. And we'll be asking
back
for
on
another
track.
one in about a week. But thank you, our friends at Gauge Roads. If you want to sink some good piss,
Get a hazy as down.
Well,
Freaking grouse.
yeah, I don't know about that. They're a bit fruity for my liking.
They're good.
Okay, all right. We're going to start with the good. We're going to start with the elder statesman,
Oh,
Damo.
right. Yeah. Well, that's probably me then.
That
yeah.
is you.
We had already discussed it. This idea of
Mate.
making New York a prison. Now, back in the 80s and 70s, New York
Was a shithole.
This isn't a stretch because
No, it's not.
it was something like 2,500 murders per year, like early
Yeah,
80s,
yeah.
late 70s in New York. It was pretty like six murders a day.
Yeah, they had to clean it up a lot, didn't they?
Oh,
Was it
they
when
did.
Rudy Giuliani came
Yeah,
in? Or
Yeah, Rudy Giuliani
Yeah,
cleaned it up.
came in
And
they
it was like
cleaned
this
it right
zero
up.
tolerance. You know,
Yeah.
if you smash a window, you go
Well,
to jail. If you do this,
You've only got to watch Taxi Driver to see what the
Hey,
New
I'm
York was
walking
like in
here.
the 70s.
was that yeah?
That was Midnight Cowboy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Dustin Hoffman. They should have been doing that on Cabby's Cab.
Yeah.
But I think I think it wasn't such a stretch to see it, and it made perfect sense.
But then the exposition at the start, where it just tells you what's going on, is all you need to know. New York is a prison. You can't get out. There's no one in there that's going to help you. You're fucked.
I'm just going to read a little bit that I wrote this down a bit further on. Speaking about brilliant exposition, the voiceover.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, uncredited.
2 hours before the next prison shuttle, you now have the option to terminate and be cremated on the premises. If you want to choose this option, notify the duty sergeant in your processing area. This is when they're taking him in. So you can
Yeah.
either, you're going to go on the next shuttle or
Or kill yourself.
terminate now, we'll cremate you, just go and speak to the duty sergeant. It was just really cool exposition, like, holy crap, this is some deep shit you're getting
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd go in. I'd be top dog.
Oh,
I'd
you'd be Duke.
I'd be B. Smith. Or you'd be Maggie from Prisoner. I'd go in as B. Smith and clean house.
Maggie. She the old one?
Yeah.
You're a fuckwit.
Oh,
You
no.
are an
No,
absolute...
Lizzie.
Lizzie was the old one.
Lizzie Wordsworth. Yeah.
You are a fuckwit.
I love, there's that scene where he was talking with Lee Van Cleef.
You sure Whitey wouldn't be the freak?
Yeah, he would
I
be,
probably would
get
be
the
the
leather
freak.
gloves, full gimp mask as well.
Dobby, you were freaky.
The sounds in that scene where he's talking to Lee Van Cleef, he's sitting on that leather chair, he's got his leather jacket, he lights the smoke.
Yep.
The sounds, the creaking leather, the light, the match lighting, the sound of Lee Van Cleef putting on his glasses, rustling the paper, the way Kurt Russell's talking, that real breathy, who are you?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Get a new president.
Yeah, it was.
He modelled that on Clint Eastwood.
I've heard, and the way he smoked, he had
Yeah.
this attitude, cigarette sort of drag, and the way he held it.
Yeah.
Mate, that thing, it was just so cool to see that. But I'm also just going to finish off with that score, that 80s score.
Yeah,
and I know you
amazing.
saw, it really reminded me of Terminator, and you can talk about the heartbeat. But the bit I noticed was how similar. There was a part of it that was like, it was Halloween adjacent. It was
Mate, it was
so close to Halloween.
But
It was so close to it.
But there's shades of it in Halloween. There's shades of it in The Thing.
Yeah.
There's shades of it in Big Trouble in Little China. Carpenter has a very unique sound.
He does.
And even though for The Thing you've got Ennio Morricone,
Yes.
there's
like
that does most of the score.
who did Good, Bad, the Ugly and everything. Yep.
But he's in this movie that the heartbeat, which is the core of the score, just it's like this. When that stops, that you're dead. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's exactly like Terminator.
Yeah, the beat,
where
the
it's that
metallic beat. Yeah.
Exactly. It's such a powerful.
No,
the sound design in this movie, from a score and the sound,
Yeah.
is next level.
But Carpenter, I don't know if there's any other directors that are also the composer.
There's not many. No, I don't recall.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not Hans Zimmer. It's pretty
No.
basic.
No, it is.
It's pretty
two notes,
basic.
3 notes. It's ostinatos. Like,
But it's
repeat-
fucking amazing.
I know. And then they're just the synth. Wow.
But you know what though? He just knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah. It is super cool. The other little bit I'll just mention, you know when the boat was escaping right at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Those
raft.
idiots?
Yeah.
When the police radioed in, they said, "This is Gotham 4. I have an escape in progress."
Mm.
Gotham 4.
Yeah.
Like, what's he? It's this like little links to Batman and
Yeah.
whatever too. So anyway, they're my goods.
Very cool. G-Man.
look, I had a couple that Damo's already hit on, so I'll leave all of those. But the old dated computer graphics throughout the movie, loved it.
You know what it reminded me of?
Looks awesome.
Reminded me of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The original Star Wars.
like the game?
Well, just the, the
Okay,
maps.
yes.
So they
yes.
had the maps. It was that
Yeah,
coloured
like
maps.
Tron,
And,
a little bit like Tron. It was,
Yeah,
it was really
Tron.
good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I was just looking back at it. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Reem, Reams or Reamy, whatever his name was, the guy the cop that was in the room. He had the mustache.
Yeah. He looked like the guy from The Howling. He looked
Yeah.
like Bill from The
yeah,
Howling.
it's Tom Atkins.
Tom
It is the
Atkins,
guy from The Howling.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Tom Atkins. Yeah. It's the
Oh,
guy from
okay.
The Howling.
I thought it looked like him.
Yeah.
Had an awesome mustache.
Good
Like
mustache.
a real man's mustache.
Proper
Not like a,
70s, like the Solo Man ad.
yeah, not like you see the wispy Matty Johns ones today.
Regan Campbell Gillard, bloody bushranger type.
Yeah, he did the big Wilford Brimley style one.
Yeah.
And then I just cacked myself all I could think it was Super Troopers. Who wants a mustache, right? I do. Snake's outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, he's the
Now-
coolest guy on
jacket-
the planet. The jacket's so
The brown crumpled leather jacket.
It was worn beautifully.
the black singlet.
Tight singlet.
Yeah, you love a singlet.
Mate, listen, Damo, and he can't dispute this. I came around to Whitey's on the weekend to pick something up, and he answered the door in his minglet. He had
It's
Yeah,
I was
the
in my
noodles
The
out.
thin back.
I was
The
in
real
my
thin back one.
I was in my pajamas.
Well, but it was more of a muscle tee, like the just
Yes.
It's a t-shirt.
It was like a
arm.
must. It was more like a must tee.
Yeah.
But then he had the camo pants tight,
Oh yeah, Twisted Sister style.
but tucked into the
Those
FMBs.
boots.
Yeah.
He loves big long boots.
Oh, I loved them. And they're just the outfit getting around.
yeah.
And then with an eye patch killing it.
Well, I mean, the eye patch. Yeah.
Just makes it. You know what? I thought his hair could have been a bit longer.
Oh,
No,
It looked a
length.
bit bobbish.
That's my next bit. You know the eye patch just so that was a last minute thing.
That was him. He
threw
just rocked
Yeah.
in with it on.
And John Carpenter went, yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
it'll do.
But
One-eyed Willie.
that is that's peak long back.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
hair.
yeah,
Peak-
You think it is? It's
Oh,
could be-
it
I
was
think it could have been a little
I
bit
thought
longer.
it was long.
No,
it's not as
it was-
long. It's not as long as Tango and Cash. I don't
Oh
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tango Cash.
No,
is-
it just kills it though. It reminds me of a 1990s Greg Gerard.
yeah. Which is
Oh,
all
he had a
automatic-
good- he had a
automatic
good-
gown.
he had a
Great hair.
he had a good one.
I was also going to say that the scene I liked was the President's Revenge. Now,
Yeah.
Donald Pleasance plays this role well because, in this he's up there shooting guns and he's quivering and he's not the strong president. I'll never tell you, like he's scared, and it's not like a Harrison Ford like get off my plane
Yeah.
kind of thing. He's scared, and at the end he gets the gun and shoots Duke, and
He's
you're
like,
like,
hey, number one.
yeah,
Oh,
and you're like, and he doesn't really know what he's doing, but you can just tell like he's so.
He's pissed.
And I really like that. I really like that because he wasn't that sort of hard, character.
But I think it was a thing to show that even good men can turn into mental cases. He was in
Yeah.
New York for like one day.
12 hours or
and
24
now,
hours. Yeah.
Now he's become a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
So, in a way, too, like, hang on, these people in here might have been good people, but they've been turned because of their environment. They've turned into all these killers.
But it's also it's almost it's a stab at the whole no one ever gets better. No one ever. What's the word I'm looking for?
Reforms?
No, yeah. There's no reforming in jail. People don't.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's generally, and it's a massive
come out
generalization.
worse.
Generally, come out worse.
Well, but it's because he did. He shot at Duke, killed him, whatever, and then he's back into president mode. I'm now.
Yeah.
here. I'm
And
back to normal.
but back into president mode, and just brushing the guy that saved his life.
He didn't have much. It's like,
Do you know what I mean? Like
and that's what he said. You know, there's a lot of people that died.
Yeah.
To get you out. Oh yeah, thanks. But they're all expendable to him. He
He didn't care. And this is the thing, like
Yes.
that's how quickly he changed.
That's right.
That's right.
And so it's a real slight on the administration
Power. Yeah.
about power, and it's
Yeah.
also a big slide on the justice system and how people try to reform people.
But
right?
this is the whole dichotomy of the character. Like,
Oh
he's
my
in there.
God! Did you hear that word?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like
Fuck
he's
yeah.
a quivering mess in there till Snake gets him out. Once he gets back out, he's like, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And we thank them all.
exactly.
We thank them all for their
Yeah, yes,
sacrifice.
Exactly.
That's it.
I know.
Agreed.
I think the dichotomy.
God, I don't know. I can't go. I'm out. I'm shocked.
Do you want me to go straight to my bad then? Oh, you haven't done your good, have you?
No, I haven't done my good. Great poster. Love the poster. And you know what? It's back in the days where they were hand drawn. And it's like looking at the Big Trouble poster, looking at the Star Wars poster here on the wall, and the Empire poster. All hand drawn stuff. That's not and even the ones behind us, they're all hand drawn, right? That art form is gone. It's now a snippet from the fucking movie,
cut
or
and paste.
it's done in Canva, and that's how it looks like. It's done in Canva. It's not even done in Photoshop. It's done in Canva. So I just love that artwork.
Yep.
So good. Makes you want to see the movie. We've met John Carpenter and Kurt Russell as a duo.
Yeah,
I think they're Batman and Robin. They are so good together, and everything they do, they've done. I love.
Yep.
Right. They are so good.
True that.
Yep.
You mentioned the premise. Now, I'm just going to double down on it very quickly. It could be one of the best premises for a movie ever.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
The fact that he's thought this up and gone, we're going to make Manhattan Island the maximum security prison for America.
Yeah.
And that's the premise. And that's all you need.
You just get dropped in.
That's it. And we put fish out of water, and it writes itself. It really does. You mentioned the soundtrack, incredible. 99 minutes, under 100 minutes.
Yep.
And I'll talk a little bit about it I'll talk a bit about it in bad, but for 99 minutes, and you know what? It probably could have been a little bit shorter. Probably could have been. But at 99 minutes, it doesn't feel long. And it's not long at 99 minutes, but an hour 39, it's a good length for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Snake's gun.
Yeah.
Really good gun.
Nice gun.
Good gun.
Memorable gun. Really good gun.
Yeah.
Doesn't use it enough.
No.
And we'll get to that in bad,
Yeah.
but a really good gun. Also, Snake himself. Now to finish, the guy can fly, Guider. The guy can do everything. And I know he's special forces.
Two Purple Hearts, mate.
I know
one,
he's
one
special
in,
forces.
one in Siberia and one in Alaska or something, or whatever.
But he's the guy. Like if Snake was in Antarctica for the thing, doesn't matter. It's all over.
Yeah.
The thing doesn't make it past.
No.
He kills everybody.
Yeah.
And he just flies the chopper home.
That's your 5-minute movie for
The Thing.
The Thing.
Just Snake is not McCready.
Yeah.
It's not RJ McCready. It's Snake
His
Plissken.
Mexican hat. Yeah.
Yeah, sombrero.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that's it for good. And look, there's a heap more. The movie's great. Bad. We'll start with you, G-Man.
So for bad, I don't know if this is really bad. It was a very long intro to start the movie. Maybe that was just a sign of the times. It was a long.
No, I liked
long.
it. Yeah.
It's like 5-minute
Really
intro.
set the
slow,
scene though.
yeah.
It really
Yeah.
established things.
It
But
did.
I
Yeah.
think I'll tack onto that, Gow, because for my bad, we don't meet Snake for 17 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on for 17 minutes. Now, some of it's great, but it probably didn't. You probably want to meet Snake earlier, I think. And I'm not saying and we're now nitpicking because I don't have an issue with it being that long. And I actually made a point of watching how long it was. But I agree, yeah. I think maybe that intro, I'm going to be a Greer guy. I think maybe that intro is a little long. 17 minutes before you meet the star of the show. Bring him in earlier. That's all.
Look, I have to assume there were some budget issues on the movie because the welder's mask that the cops had to wear.
I know.
Like
They were
like a foot
they
long.
were the longest world as Future.
Yeah.
Future cops.
It's like, what are they wearing those for? How can they see
their
anything?
necks.
I know. Bloody hell. The guy, I don't know if he was the Secretary of State or whatever it was, the guy who just stands behind Lee Van Cleef in the office.
Yeah.
And he just stands there and he says a couple of words at the end of the movie. Most of the time he just stands there in his suspenders.
Yep.
Does nothing.
Yep. Just waiting.
And in speaking of that, the big white light computer screen behind it that just puts lights on like it's doing something, but it's not. It's just a white light board.
Yeah.
It's not a computer. Snake puts the bat through Ox's head, and then he falls on the ropes. And there's not a speck of blood anywhere.
Doesn't
Ox falls on the ropes, and his head rolls down, and there's nothing there.
But also, is the bat still stuck in his head?
No, the bat's out.
Because there's spikes, and I would have thought the bat would have stuck in his head.
Stuck in his head, yeah. But it was out. Cabby's cab when it gets blown up just splits into a perfect line. Like I don't know how they got that.
Well, it landed. The mine went off right in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been snapped before, and they just put it together, and then that was the weak point.
Yeah.
The other thing was the president's briefcase.
I've got this.
They held it on him for so long, and then they finally shot at it, and then they shoot open, and they're like, there's some stuff in here. Why wouldn't they have just cut it off him earlier and see what's in there?
I've got no idea why he still has the briefcase. Isn't that the first thing they take?
It's handcuffed onto him. Exactly. Yeah.
But they
Isn't
shot it
that the
open. They could
first
have
thing
just
they'd
shot it
say?
open and said, "What's in here?"
Do you know what you do? You don't chop his finger off. You cut his hand off.
Yeah, and
You
send
take
it.
the briefcase and you send the hand.
If he's the president of the United States and anybody, it could be anybody that has a briefcase, attached to their hand so you can't get off. Surely there's something important in there and you want to see what's in there. You don't just go,
Yeah.
oh, well, just don't worry
Mate,
about
there
that now."
were 7 pieces of paper
Yeah.
and a tape.
Yeah.
Anyway, also at the end when Duke runs up and shoots the wall where Plisskin is and he dives off, well, you see the bullets at the wall and then you look up. Yeah, and then the 2 guys fall off the top after that. I don't really know. He shoots them in the same scene.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Anyway, that's my bad.
Damo?
Yeah, well, that I was going that handcuff with the briefcase. It's like you can just open the briefcase. You don't have to actually steal it. You just open
That's what
it.
I'm saying. They could have
Just
shot it
jimmy
open.
it open.
They could have done
Open it.
anything.
Just open the cut it open.
Yeah,
They
Jimmy's
could have.
open.
They could have just chopped it off his hand, like on the bracelet part.
I
They
don't
could
think
have just
anyone
chopped
does
it
the handcuff on the briefcase anymore, do they? Like walking
off.
around?
No.
Yeah.
The football. Isn't that what they call it now? The football when they're carrying that in the
Yeah, I
movies?
don't.
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
With the
Yeah.
codes, yeah.
The at the beginning, like they're going to crash the plane. It's like, we'll shoot the door, bust the hinges, do this. No, we can't do it because we'll crash the plane. The plane's going to crash.
Yeah.
So if the plane's going to crash, I don't want to break in there just because their plane will crash. You may as well just try and break in there.
Yeah.
It's going to crash
Well,
anyway.
United 93.
Or he could have, yeah, they went in.
They
That's
went
right.
in and
let's roll.
They crashed it in the
That's
in
right.
the
So
in the
it was
field.
going to crash
Well,
anyway,
why-
so go and crash it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they crash it into the water?
Yeah, exactly. They could have
Like,
crashed
so
it.
we go full Sullenberg on it.
Or just drop the pod off.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
drop
why
the
would you
pod
go
out.
into
Well,
a
the pod's
building?
gone.
Yeah.
They don't even know the
drop
pod's
the pod
gone.
early and then go and crash it.
Yeah.
I may have missed stuff, but why did they fly over New York anyway?
No, well, they did. Well, they obviously the
They made them go
terrorist went over that.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That terrorist too was the nurse in Halloween 2.
that way. Oh.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of the same actors.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Remind me, I've got something about that plane. Tell me. I got to.
Well,
In,
my last one was and we mentioned it, the machine gun and through the paper wall. I mean, seriously,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
just the paper sound of just
It
it
was
was like that. Jesus, because when he shot it, it looked like good.
Yeah.
And then he kicks through, and it was this
Styrofoam. It was just styrofoam.
thinnest.
Yeah.
Just and it flapped back too, like it was.
Yeah, it was styrofoam.
It's just a bit of wallpaper.
And it sounded like he went through styrofoam. That was it.
That's my bad. Yeah.
Okay. The escape pod
Mhm.
looks like Mork's ship.
It does. It's more
It
for
does.
It was Mork.
Mork
It was
for Mork.
Mork's ship.
Yes.
I was like, and you know what? What a shit escape pod. Like it's almost like it just drops.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it must have some fucking good padding.
it's like the black box or something.
Yeah,
it's-
it must
it's
have
good.
some fucking good padding.
Yeah.
Right. We've talked about not meeting Snake. Look, the tattoo, the cobra
Oh,
on his stomach.
Hmm.
I'm not sure it was great. I know it's sort of it's a snake, but I would have really have loved to seen a good close up because I think it was
Yeah.
like I'm not sure the tattooist was much of an artist. Right?
It was very big.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming out of his pants.
Mm.
So it's like, hey, look at my cock.
you know, I'll just go into because that is my ugly. That tattoo,
Shit out.
and it's your own nickname too,
Yeah.
right? It's your own.
Yeah.
It's like I'm. They call me Snake, so I'm going to get this shit snake tattoo
Yeah.
up my stomach. It would like me having the Cockburn coat of arms tattooed on my stomach, which is
What is it?
it's a set of flames with a shield and 2 cocks in an X shape in front of the shield.
And are there snorbs on the shield?
Yeah. So imagine me getting the Cockburn, crest
Well,
put on my stomach. It'd be that sort of thing. You wouldn't
can
do
we
that.
talk about this? I need you to send me a brief of the Cockburn coat of arms, and I'm going to get it made up.
We need a T-shirt.
Yeah,
with
we're
the
gonna.
Cockburn coat of arms.
Yeah, we are going to get a shirt with the Cockburn
It's
coat
a lot of
arms.
history. There's
It
a lot of
is.
history, of family history. It dates back a long way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Surely you never go down Broadway.
No.
So Brains goes, go down Broadway, and Maggie goes, what? We don't go down Broadway. And not only that, if you're going to go down Broadway, how do you get down there with a bit of pace? Let's not go down there at 9 kilometres an
no.
hour.
I'd be mowing them all down.
Mate, just and swerve and run them over.
Yeah.
And not only that, Shoot them all.
They were just driving through and getting bricks pelted at them, and
Also, the car wall at the end was very
Yeah.
featherweight. I mean, they
Oh,
just
yeah.
backed through that.
He knew that,
yeah.
and in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, we're just going to punch through one car," and
Yeah.
it stayed perfectly.
And then one car fell off the top.
Well,
I don't know how that happened.
There's some quality engineers in Manhattan Island.
those guys that built that. How did those guys lift the cars up anyway? It was like
Yeah.
building the pyramids of
The
Egypt.
Ox
Ox Baker did it.
Ox Baker did it.
You know, Ox Baker's finishing move was the heart punch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Molar arm.
Yeah, well, you know,
Like molar arm.
what's the
Oh,
molar
was
arm?
it from Temple of Doom?
Oh,
It wasn't the 5-point death
yeah,
touch.
yeah,
was it?
yeah. To pull it,
Yeah.
It wasn't the 5-point death touch.
Oh, Kill Bill.
it was Well, it was no diamond
Or
cutter.
or in or Hot Rod, where it's the one that makes you shit yourself. He does it to Ian McShane at the end where he goes, and then
That's
McShane's
right.
like, shits
So
himself.
ridiculous. Good finishing move.
Now, I don't think Snake uses the gun enough.
Oh,
I
God,
think
no.
it is the
So
most
underutilized.
glaring thing in the movie. He's got this fucking cannon. I would just be shooting people on sight.
Yeah, I
You'd be like, you want some? You want
Yeah,
some?
yeah,
You want some? You want
yeah,
some?
Bill Paxton
Yeah,
style.
yeah, just
Get
shooting.
some, get some.
Just shooting anyone. Just shooting them all.
Bit of Hicks, Hudson, whatever.
And then when Snake goes to rescue the president from the carriage, not a hell of a lot of security around the president. There's like two people
blokes.
inside
Yeah.
and one person
Couple
outside,
of blokes out in the front.
and it's like,
Yeah.
what? They've got 1,000 people in his gang,
And Duke's off ride, driving around
Yeah.
the streets.
but it's like, don't you like leave
You're-
40 people around?
Well, even during the fight, then, even during the gladiator battle.
Yeah.
Oh, president's just up here, you know,
with 3 people on the road.
with Romero and a couple others. Yeah.
Yeah, in a wig.
Yeah.
Good wig.
Yes.
Good wig. That's it for me. Ugly Damo.
Well, that was
You-
mine.
You've done the ugly,
tattoo.
the tattoo.
Nothing
G-Man,
for me. No.
I've just
Covered
got
everything.
I've just got New York City.
Yep.
God, what a shithole.
Yep.
Moving on. Damo's quick fire.
Well, that's not a knife. A scenerist scene that's passed over into popular culture. There is stuff from this.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken.
Snake. Yep.
Yeah.
So Snake. Well, you said Snake from The Simpsons earlier. I'm sure there's a link there.
Yep.
There's a Snake character in Metal Gear Solid.
Well,
That
actually,
is-
I've got that. That
Yeah.
the Hideo Kojima, the game just the designer of Metal Gear Solid, it's based on this character.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I did read in Grand Theft Auto 3, there's a hidden vehicle. It's a post-apocalyptic checkered cab called the Borgnine.
Oh, what?
Yep.
That's really good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But yeah, obviously there is some
Metal
stuff.
Gear Solid on the PlayStation was one of the great games.
I'd never played it. Yeah.
One of the great Metal Gear Solid 2. It's just an incredible game. It was all stealth. So you had to hide behind things and sneak up on people, and
Yep.
it was so good.
Yep. Okay, let's go. Biggest douchebag.
Jan,
Yeah.
got anyone?
The president's, as we said earlier, is a bit douchey.
Yeah,
He turns
It's
from
a bit
being
douchey.
Good
someone
call.
we should get to being a real douche at the end.
Yeah. Good call.
I'm not really sure anyone else is because they're all supposed to be bad people.
What about Hulk? Hulk was
Yeah.
not going to tell him about the
No, he was
things
a
in his neck,
douchebag, but he's also
and then at the end he was not going to let him do the things. And
and he wants to be team. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
And then I'm like,
no, he was making sure he got his information.
fuck
but
off, Hulk.
but he was. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
Fuck.
But even Romero, the.
Oh yeah, yeah. You would have had bad breath too.
He was a bit of a douche, but yeah, I think maybe the president. Yeah,
Yeah, I go the president. President was a douche.
yeah. How could have this been a 5-minute movie,
Kill the president.
or just drop the pot off?
Did they really think that by
don't
keeping
fly over the zone.
did they really think that by keeping him hostage that they were all going to get out of the prison?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was a dumb plan.
Yeah. Yep.
Just kill him.
Yep.
That would throw the world into more disarray.
What about Ripley running poor sporting
Yep.
prowess? What do you got?
Got it. So we go back. I said, remind me about the cockpit. Now the
Ooh.
guy,
Oh,
the guy
no. This is mine too.
at the start. Now he was actually the son of former President Gerald Ford.
Yep.
But when he's hitting the
Oh
cockpit
my
door,
God.
it's like this. It's like they were doing the 36 take, and he's like, and all I could think was like, I'm giving it the beating of its life.
He was hitting that like the fakest
Oh, it was
Oh
like,
my
he's got a
God.
shotgun. He's a.
That's exactly what I had on.
Burns.
Yeah.
Monty
That's
was-
all I could think of.
It was Monty Burns' power. That's for sure.
The whole baseball bat fight's pretty average too.
Yeah,
Like it's there's no
Slow-mo.
It's slow mo. It's almost like it's so heavily choreographed, and it's like it's just poor. It's poor.
Mate, if I've got that bat and it's got spikes on it, and you've got Big Ox coming at you, who's a big slow man,
Yeah.
surely I'm just throwing down the garbage can because that's not going to stop anything.
Nothing's stopping
No.
the garbage can's a joke.
I'm throwing that down, and as he brings up his head, I'm just taking his knee out.
Yeah,
His knee straight out.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's
exactly.
down.
Okay, there you go.
Look, I know not everyone's versed in martial arts like I am, so I know
No,
everyone
true,
can
yeah.
do that.
Well, this is it.
But
yeah.
I mean, to me, it's instinctive.
Yeah,
This is it.
it is. Robot Sentries, an additional scene.
Okay, I've got something for this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play something.
Oh, we got something he's
A
prepared
lot of
earlier.
people who are watching the movie don't understand or won't realize that there's a whole opening reel, 10 minutes of the movie that I cut out. The movie started with inside a bank, a futuristic bank with robots moving along. There are people gathering money, and the bank is robbed by who looks like a maintenance man. It turns out to be Snake Plissken. And he runs down a corridor and up through the desert and into a subway station. And he finally takes off his maintenance uniform, and his accomplice is there. He's hot wiring the subway train that runs basically from Florida all the way to San Francisco underground. And very quickly, we learn that these two guys are bank robbers on a big scale, and they managed to commandeer the subway train and get inside. And they ride all the way to San Francisco, thinking, of course, that they've made it and that they're going to get away with it. However, waiting for them at the other end of the line is the United States police force, and they kill Snake's accomplice, and they capture Snake, and that's the reason that we find him in the prison in New York.
There you go.
So look, 10 minutes is too long because then, but at least you're introduced to Snake straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason behind that was that when they tested that, the people thought it was confusing, and they didn't want that, so they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Because when he comes in, Hawk reads out his bio anyway.
Yeah.
2 Purple Hearts,
Yeah. Yeah.
wanted by the government.
Yeah. And
So you kind of get all the backstory you need. Like, yeah, okay, he's an ex-war hero that's in jail.
Yep. Definitely. Whitey's Brad Pitt. This is not too many in here.
Well, there's only 2,
Well, there's only 2.
really.
Adrian Barbeau or Susan Hubley.
Hmm.
Who are you going?
Adrian Barbeau.
Of course.
I think she'd be a lot of fun.
What about you, Gal?
Adrian Barbeau, but also Kurt with the hair. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Gal. I think that's the first time Gal's ever said he'd root a bloke on this show.
It's Kurt Russell.
I'm rubbing off on you. I like it.
I'm going Adrian Barbeau. Those cans were ginormous.
Yeah, they're great.
Jugs. I would just describe them as jugs.
They're big.
Yeah. Oh, lookalikes. Morgs alikes.
Oh, Harry Dean
Stanton is
Harry
for
Dean
sure.
Morgan.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I know that the guy in my dance crew, Blinders, looks exactly like Donald Pleasance. Like,
Oh, is that
literally
what he looks
they
like?
are.
Yeah.
They look the same.
Yep. He's like the forger.
He is the forger.
He's exactly like the Forger.
Mate. Yeah, because he's
Blind.
blind.
He's blind.
Yeah. Yeah. Old Blinders. Yep. Yeah, well, okay. Well, there you go.
There we go. Well done, Damo.
Well,
now,
could we say that Romero's hair is reminiscent of Damo with a bit of game product?
Oh,
no,
In the
possibly.
90s, like slicked
Funked up.
up,
Yeah, a bit
funked up.
you
yeah.
never wore game product though, did you, Damo?
Oh, not in the game. No, never game product. No, it was just pure sweat, mine. Yeah.
Just slicked back.
Someone else's.
Yeah.
Someone else's sweat. Okay, so it's that time. We're going to be. I'm sure that we've been blessed with Dan's incredible
Oh, jingle.
jingle for
Yeah.
the Snorbs report.
Yeah.
So it's over to you.
Cockburn in.
That's it.
Just did it. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, well, there is obviously Adrian Barbeau. Now, she is, I would say, a cleavage specialist.
Yes.
Like, every scene of every movie she is in, it's cleavage.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
dead
she
set
is.
cleavage everywhere.
Yeah.
However, in 1982, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Cans are out. She's having a topless swim in the swamp.
Funny
It's
that.
kind of a nice swamp, though. It's sort of like, some nice flowers and whatever in there. It doesn't look so swampy.
It's not Shrek swamp.
And there's these just, massive jugs are just Yeah, floating around in the swamp. However, as a Snorbs reporter, I, like I said, I look under every under every rock. Uncredited, of course, is Jamie Lee Curtis,
Of course.
but she's in it, and uncredited is not going to stop me. Yeah. So Gail's having a little look at the swamp thing. Uncredited is not going to stop me in my investigation.
Shouldn't.
So we've got obviously Jamie Lee Curtis. Now in 1983, first she's in a movie called Love Letters.
Yep.
Bath scene and shag scene. Like I'd never seen these before.
Okay.
But full cans out. 1983, everyone knew Trading Places where she gets the cans out in that scene.
Unbelievable.
And old Dan Aykroyd just
Trading Places. She's great.
Yeah, you just go, holy shit. That's why I thought it was where she first got her cans out because she's a cleavage specialist too.
Yeah.
And then Trading Places in a movie in 1984 as well called Grandview USA. This is where you got to use your frame advance. But you get a cans out in that as well.
Right.
So, there you go. That's the Snorbs report for today.
Wow.
There you go.
So
Jamie Lee Curtis and Adrian Barbeau.
I'm glad we got a bit of Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie in Trading Places.
Yeah.
Is exceptional.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exceptional.
Yep. Fantastic.
And out of nowhere.
I know.
You're not expecting
Oh,
it.
I
And then
know.
all of a sudden you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's just an
Good
insane
sort.
scene.
Good sort.
Yeah. And there you go. Cockburn out.
Well done. Did
Did it. Yep.
Listen to this, G-Man. What do you got?
Look, we talked earlier about the studio wanting Tommy Lee Jones for this role, and that was in the bit you played for. They also wanted Charles Bronson, but John Carpenter refused on the grounds that he was too old for this. He was also worried that a more experienced actor might challenge him, or usurp his authority. So, but he'd also worked with Kurt Russell and Elvis in '79, so he lobbied hard and got his man in that. We already said about the opening narration with Jamie Lee Curtis. The name Snake Plissken was changed for different releases in different countries.
Okay.
Instead of snake in Italy, it was hyena.
Oh. Did they
And-
change the tat to a hyena?
Maybe. And in South Korea, it was cobra.
Ooh.
Well, I've got, just going to tack onto you here, infamous for bad movie retitling. The German dub of the movie is known as Die Klappenschlange, the rattlesnake,
Oh, all right.
even though he has a cobra
It's a
tattoo on
cobra.
his-
Is that German for Schmegschlanger?
It could be a
Schlanger.
schmeg-eating slanger or a slanger-eating
right,
schlanger.
Smeggy like Schlanger.
Well done, G-Man.
I have one more.
Yeah, go for it.
Did you guys come across the song being sung at the stage show when Ernest Borgnine's doing his
Oh,
smiley
something
head?
like Welcome to New York or something?
Yeah,
or-
it's called Everyone's Coming to New York.
Oh,
So
that's it, yeah.
here's the words. The lyrics are as follows. Shoot a cop with a gun. The Big Apple is plenty fun. Stab a priest with a fork and you'll spend your vacation in New York.
Right.
Rob a bank, take a truck. You can get here by stealing a buck. This is bliss. It's a lark. Honey, everyone's coming to New York. No more Yankees. Straight the word from your ears. Play the roulette. There's no more opera at the Met. This is hell. This is fate. But now this is your home and it's great. So rejoice, pop a cork. Honey, everyone's coming to New York.
Beautiful.
Love
You
it.
just that could have been this
Original.
Bush too.
I wonder if it was nominated for original
It
song.
should-
at the
original.
Academy
Yeah,
Awards.
yeah, absolutely.
Should have.
Yeah.
Damo, you got anything?
I got one thing. So, and Gal mentioned it, you guys mentioned before, like the green wireframe outline of the city near the beginning when he glides in. They didn't have computer power to do that when this movie was made. They took a model of New York City and covered it in glow in the dark tape to get that effect. And guess who did it?
James Cameron.
Exactly.
Jimmy C.
Yep.
So actually, tacking onto that, the buildings and there was a shot where the helicopter flies over Central Park.
Yep.
It was actually filmed in California in the San Fernando Valley.
Uh-huh.
The buildings in the background were matte paintings by Jimmy Cameron.
Yes. Yep.
He's super talented, James
Yeah,
Cameron.
absolutely.
Super talented.
Yeah. Yep.
Incredible. The model of the city set was repainted and reused for Blade Runner in 1982.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It was good. It was filmed in St. Louis as well, most of it,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was. Yeah. John Carpenter originally wrote the film between 74 and 76 as a reaction to the Watergate scandal.
That's right. Well, that's what they were saying. It was the old script they pulled out when she was talking about it earlier.
And the no studio wanted it because it was too dark and too violent.
yeah.
And that changed after the success of Halloween.
Yeah. Once he had some street cred.
So John Carpenter and his crew convinced St. Louis authorities to shut off electricity for 10 blocks at
Wow.
night.
Yeah.
So the whole city went down for 10
Wow.
blocks so they could film.
It was dark.
Yeah. So did anyone notice that the American president's got a British accent?
Yeah, yeah.
Although appearing as president of the United States, Donald Pleasant still retains his unmistakable British accent. According to Carpenter, Pleasant's possibly feeling self-conscious suggested the script include a backstory to explain this glaring constitutional faux pas. He came up with the idea of the dystopian United States having rejoined the British Empire, in which case the president no longer needs to be a natural-born citizen. Carpenter thought the idea was interesting, but would be both distracting and unnecessary to the story, opting instead to simply ignore the accent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or we could ignore it. Yep.
Yeah. That's it for me. Well done, gentlemen.
Nice work.
Quotables. Damo.
Quotables. Oh, call me Snake. Call me Snake.
Call me Snake.
Call me Plisskin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's like it's like Call Me Snake, and then it's Call Me Plisskin. Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Well, is he saying call me Plisskin because he wants nothing to do with him?
Or,
It's just
but I also did read too that he was Snake because he had a record. Once his record got scrubbed, call me Plisskin. Like he's
yeah,
actually,
okay,
he's
that
actually
makes sense.
changed
He's
now.
changed. He's a new
I just
man.
thought he just wanted to fuck with him. 'cause he didn't
But
like
I think
Hawthorne.
so. I think
Yeah.
he did too. Yeah.
G-Man?
Just him with Susan Hubley. You're a cop. I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole. That was good. I had that. What about Plisskin, what are you doing? Playing with myself. I'm going in.
When he's flying the
But
glider.
he's flying the glider.
There's not a lot in there.
No.
It's not a
Well,
lot.
it's
of
not
I
really
do like Romero. You touch me, he dies.
Yeah.
You're not in the air in 30 seconds, he dies.
does.
You come back in, he dies.
Yep.
I also like the Duke. They sent their best man. And when we roll across the 69th bridge tomorrow on our way to freedom, we're going to have their best man leading the way from the neck up on the hood of my car.
Yep. The crowd loved it.
Yeah. Surprisingly, 1 degree of Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, I already called it.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
0 degrees.
Okay. Something special tonight.
Oh yeah.
Film school
Oh, right.
for F.
Oh, we got the Pokemon cards.
We're moving away from the
good, thank
cards,
God.
but we are keeping in the theme of the quiz. And this
Oh.
is the ultimate hardcore 80s movie
Oh, Jesus.
quiz. Now, we're going to flip.
Flip
You're going to
through.
call screen or back. And G-Man, call.
Back.
Back it is. You win. You're starting. G-Man, in The Terminator,
Oh yeah.
what is the name of the nightclub where Sarah Connor first encounters the T-800?
I can't remember it.
Oh, I do know it, and it's
And I'll give you a bonus point if you can sing the tune to the song that's playing when he's in there.
no, I don't have it.
I remember it when we did the Terminator. I
Yeah.
can't remember it
No,
now.
I can't remember it now.
Tech Noir.
Tech
Noir,
That's
right.
And the song is like.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez, he's going off.
In Damo, this is for you.
Oh yeah.
It's nil all.
Pretty
In
intense.
Aliens,
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
what is the exact model of the android played by Lance Henriksen?
Oh, because he did say that. Oh, those old ones. They
Yep.
had a tendency to.
Yep.
I don't know. He's the T1000.
Hyperdyne Systems 120A2.
Okay, radio. I do remember
G-Man.
discussing it, but I.
In
Yeah.
1982, The Thing was made, and it's a remake of the 1951 sci-fi horror film.
Oh yeah.
What was the original title?
Of the original movie?
Yeah, of the
Or,
1951 movie.
This is the 80s trivia.
The Thing.
I'd say the thing.
Oh, that's half right. The Thing from Another World.
Oh.
Damo,
Yeah.
now I reckon you might get this one.
Okay, maybe.
In RoboCop,
Oh God. Yeah.
what is the name of the sinister corporation that creates RoboCop?
Old Ronnie Cox. He's
Yeah.
the CEO.
He is.
I don't know. Wayland Enterprises. No,
No.
they are. Oh my God. I can't remember.
G-Man?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
OCP.
Oh,
Omni
yeah, that's right.
Consumer Products.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
OCP.
Okay, here we go.
We're killing this.
G-Man. In The Lost Boys, what is the name of the vampire gang leader played by Kiefer Sutherland?
Quato?
Maggots. You're eating maggots, Michael.
You know, Michael. What's the name of the guy that says
Vince.
no? David.
David.
Damn you, David. Damien.
Mm,
Nil all, people.
excellent.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a reflection on us or the questions, but yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
In Escape from New York,
Oh, I've seen this one.
what is Snake Plissken's real first name?
Oh my God.
Vince.
I think when he came in with
They do
Live
say
and
it when he
Cleef,
comes
they
in
might
with
say,
Cleef.
yeah, it's like Wayne or something.
It's not Wayne. He's not Australian. He doesn't live in Minchinbury.
Oh no, it's not Jack. I'm thinking of I don't know.
John.
John.
Close. Okay. G-Man.
Good
This is
God.
probably a Damo question. I might flip these.
I'll flip you for real.
For real.
G-Man. What is the full name of the villain in the Never-Ending Story?
Never seen it.
Have you not seen Never-Ending Story?
Ah, bits of it.
Yeah, I'm bits of it as well.
Wow.
I've listened to a few of your tales in your time.
I just know Lamal sung the song.
Fuck you, girl.
Turn
around.
I don't know.
What you
Ogre?
see?
The Nothing.
The Nothing. The
Now,
Nothing.
Damo, for the win.
Yeah, right.
Which famous composer scored The Untouchables?
Ooh.
Enrico Palazzo.
It could be in The Untouchables.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Stephen Sondheim.
Ennio.
Maurizio
Morricone.
Morricone.
Okay, right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, I hope some of you got one answer right.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, this proudly brought to you by ChatGPT.
Yeah. Okay.
And originally, the questions were so easy that I said, can we make them a little bit harder?
All right.
They're a little bit harder.
This is the next level.
Tech Noir, I would have got a few. I would have
Yeah.
got a few of them.
I remember Tech Noir like for about 2 weeks after we did Terminator, but
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Now, people, you've just listened to one of the great jingles in the history of podcasting, the movies, and that means it is kick-ass credit song. Damo, you can't do chocolate salty balls.
No,
What have you prepared?
This song has got basically 3 parts, and you could say it's unfinished.
Okay, a bit like mine last week.
But because it goes off on a tangent, right? It's sort of like cut and paste in the end.
Okay.
It's called Duke's Chandeliers.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
And the start is, and you've already sort of said it. You touch me, he dies. If you're not in the air in 30 seconds, he dies. You come back in, he dies. 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16. Clock started ticking, Snake's got 24 hours. Glides into New York and land on the 2 towers. The president's in the city, not on a sightseeing tour. Getting captured by the Duke was not in the brochure. Crazy's coming head into chock full of nuts. Meet a nice girl's crazy, then feed on her guts. Cabby throws the bomb and drives at great pace. Fine brains and massive snob staring at Snake's face. Juice Cara's got chandeliers, chandeliers. I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird through the night, feel my tears as they dry. I'm gonna swing on Juke's chandeliers, chandeliers. That's why I went off. Yeah.
That is excellent.
Wow.
Mm.
That was like a rock opera. That was like Bohemian Rhapsody.
That was
like
Evie
Bohemian
part 1 and 2.
Rhapsody.
It was
1, 2, and 3.
It was 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3. Yeah.
Evie.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Stevie Wright. Well done.
Nice work.
Wow.
Mm.
Duke's Chandeliers.
Yeah.
Better than my one last week, which was fucking terrible. Star
Getting hard.
of the show. Who we got, Damien?
I'm going to say we're all going to go the same.
Kurt Russell.
Yep.
G-Man?
Without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Snake Plissken was freaking amazing.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic. We haven't used iconic for a while.
Gravitas. He had some gravitas.
He did. Wow.
And with the dichotomy.
The rank bank might need a little bit of help here. This one wasn't easy. Dukes of New York,
Ooh,
cross-dressing theatre performers,
yeah.
cabbies,
Yeah.
brains, chock full of nutses,
Oh, that's not bad.
booby-trapped bridges,
Yeah.
incredible cleavages,
Yeah.
English
That could've
presidents.
been anything. Yeah. Duke's chandeliers.
Well, we're not rewarding Duke chandeliers with that.
Chandeliers. I'd say chock full of nutses.
Chock full of nutses. I like it. Happy with that, G?
Sure.
Okay, let's start with you, G-Man. How many chock full of nutses are you giving Escape from New York?
I haven't watched it for quite a while, and I really enjoyed it. Really
Mm.
enjoyed it. And like all the things we hit on, the score, the music, like all
Yeah.
of that. He's just such a good character. Kurt Russell's awesome in everything he does. I'm going to give it. I feel like it's a 4, but I'm not sure it's quite a 4. No, 4.
4.
Four.
Like it.
Damn it. Damn
Like it.
expense.
Damo, how many chock full of nutses?
I think this is an awesome movie. As I said, like, for nostalgia value, this is pretty big for me. Just, watching that on my mate's video multiple times in the early 80s.
The Deep Throat 1-2.
Yeah, it was like, with the full. And I'm going to be a great guy with Gal. Look, I think, it's pretty hard to go. I'm going to 4, but it's hard to go over it, I suppose, just because of its. Yeah, there's obviously some real weak bits and like
Yeah.
the script and things like
Yeah.
that. But it's such a freaking clever sci-fi horror action, cool score.
Yep.
Cool characters, and great names for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Well, it's not often I give any movies on Born to Watch the lowest score, unless, of course, they're Rebel Moon or Can't Buy Me Love. But I really enjoyed Escape from New York. I thought it was excellent. I think the premise is brilliant. I do think it gets let down a little bit script-wise, and I do think the intro maybe drags a little bit. I think we don't get Snake earlier than I think we need him earlier. We need him for more of the movie. 3.75 chock full of nutses, but
Nice.
a very loved 3.75, and a movie that I will watch again.
Yeah, I'll be watching it again.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. G-Man, where does that put Escape from New York in the pantheon of Born to Watch rank bank?
It's right up there. There's like 5 or 6 that it's equaled into. Now, the first one is Cool Execs with a Heart of Steel.
Oh, Iron Man.
Yep. 3.92 it got it. So 3.92 assistant managers.
Oh,
that's Eddie
Coming
Murphy?
to America.
Yeah.
Yep. 3.92 crop top wave frolics.
Oh, Rocky 3.
Yep. Hobbled ankles. That's an easy
Oh,
one.
Misery.
Yep.
Sex Panthers.
Oh,
And Commands.
60% of the time it works every time.
Punks.
Punks.
Punks. That's Dirty Harry.
Yep.
Oh, right.
So
Well,
then
do
it
your
was
punk?
it was right above 3.88 No Good for Us Babies with Rocky 2.
Yep.
And right below 3.94 Elaborate European Flat Tops
Commando.
for Commando.
That got brought up a lot because of Sloane's 5.
Yeah.
But in saying that, another really
Fair
fun movie that you can
Good
watch
movie.
again.
Yeah.
Watch again and again.
Yeah.
Sully.
Very, very good movie. Gentlemen, well done. I think so. Where does that sit at? That must be
Around number 70.
okay. All
Not
right,
bad.
That's all right.
Pretty good.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's tight
Toit.
there.
Toit.
There's not far to go to 5 from 3.92,
No.
is there?
1.08.
There you go. Fuck
Yeah.
you up, mate.
Stephen Hawking.
Goodwill
I
Hunting.
just did a Goodwill Hunting's formula on the wall behind me.
How do you like
That
them
was-
apples?
That was Rain Man-ish.
Yeah, it was.
I saw a very,
1.08, 0.08,
I
1.08.
saw a very, very funny Louis C.K. Takeoff of Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
When they said how Matt Damon wrote the movie, he was like, you know what, I'm going to make myself exceptional, and I'm going to get into all these fights that I'm going to
I'm going
win.
to kill. Yeah,
I'm
going
going to
to
win, and not only that, I'm going to be the smartest person on the planet, and not even have gone to school.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than the smartest people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get the girl. Do you know how I'm going to get the girl? Because I wrote the movie.
Yeah. And I'm the smartest.
I was pissing myself. It was
is
so
fun.
funny.
There's pure Tarantino. I want to suck Salma Hayek's toes.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm going to put her in as the girl,
Absolutely.
and she's going to pour wine down the toes, and I'm going to suck it. Because I wrote
Perfect.
the movie.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, we've done it again. We've got through another episode of Born to Watch. People, please leave a review, leave some messages, leave a voicemail. Give us some feedback. We love hearing it. We love hearing from the F-wits.
Yep.
We're just about to release a few different shirt options to the public.
Right,
So
so what Cockburn coat of arms?
We're going to work on the Cockburn coat of arms. That's going to be Damo's shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe we all each need to have a coat of arms.
Yes.
Right. So people can, it could be like you're on Team Cockburn.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we can be on Team Quarto.
Some
You know,
teeth.
yeah,
Set of teeth.
just a very small set of teeth. So like a shark's mouth with very small teeth.
Yeah, it's like
You
the
know?
Jaws cover.
Like the jaws are just
Yeah,
tiny.
tiny
Just
little
very tiny
It's
teeth.
like the old bloke in Family Guy.
Now, people, please share to your friends. Let's grow this podcast. Let's get some organic growth, a bit like Snake's snake. Bit of organic growth in chock full of nuts. Next week, 1986, Best Picture winner, Willem Dafoe, Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen,
God.
Keith David, you name it, Johnny Depp, a massive cast, directed by Oliver Stone, the Vietnam
Platoon
movie, Platoon.
Oh, good movie. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Now, Damo, are you going to be in or are you going to be out? Because, you know,
I'm off. It's my week off.
You would be out. You can decide on that.
Is Morgs? Yeah, but
Morgs will be in, then it throws out the timetable.
So I'll be out. Yeah.
Damo will be out.
Yep.
So it'll be the Three Musketeers.
I'm just going to pick my dickhead bunny, Kevin Dillon.
Yeah, Kevin Dillon. I'll tell you what.
My Burt Young.
I'll tell you what he
It
does.
Could be the new. It could be the new Kevin Dillon biggest.
It
dickhead.
actually could be.
Yeah.
Did you see those brains? See that head just break apart?
Oh, yeah.
It's so disturbing.
Bunny sucks.
Yeah.
Also, I'll tell you what Kevin Dillon doesn't get in Platoon. His ass licked in a spa, like in Entourage.
Let me see what you got back there.
Johnny Drama, one of the great characters on
Jesus.
TV. It's been fun. G-Man, thank you.
Pleasure. Great to be here.
Damo, thanks for making the
Yep.
trip.
Nice session.
People,
Good
thank
stuff.
you. We'll see you next week for Platoon. Bye for now. Chocolate salty balls.